And welcome again to some more Dawnfall Soulstorm action. It's going to be 3 versus 3 on the Mortalis map. Top we've got Boom Boom, who I believe I've played against before, playing as the Space Marines. Adam, Dean Cake, I'll just call him Adam, playing as the Dark Elder. And Saramor is playing as the Space Marines. Looks like I'll be going for vehicles this time around first, which I should have done really in the last round against on that 1 versus 1 build can do. So yeah, that's myself, Lightman 2009, playing as Dark Elder. Also have Sky Digital Reset playing as the Chaos Space Marines, and got Quirion Undead Raven playing as the Imperial Guard. So I'm sure we should be in for one hell of a match, to say the least, especially with use of vehicles and all that. 2 early plasma generators as well. And 1 squad of Mandrakes, 2nd squad of Mandrakes coming out. Okay, so we should be alright, hopefully. I think with Dark Foundry, I'm pretty sure it can't make Reaver jet bikes until we get the Homunculus Laboratory, but with 2 early plasma generators, I believe you can get the Homunculus Laboratory relatively quickly, and then you can get the first Reaver jet bike pretty quickly as well. Saramor's thankfully not harassing with Scout Marines. Looks like he's going for a bit more of a regular build. Getting Force Commander out first. No Scout Marine sniper rifles just yet, maybe. Not really too sure. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Instead, no, just going Force Command and all that. So yeah, at least I'll be safe from Scout Snipers there. And there we go, we actually got the first Helion squad coming out before the jet bikes, so nothing too unusual there. I should have a Homunculus Laboratory up very soon. Now remember, there is a very specific build that you do to get the Homunculus Laboratory and the Reaver jet bikes up as quickly as possible. I might have screwed that a bit by going for the 2 early listening posts. I'm not entirely sure actually. We're going to get a Homunculus Laboratory, maybe, no. In any case, we do have Helions coming out, so I need to try to keep them freaking alive, because of course they're going to be incredibly, not bad, incredibly fragile. In any case, there we go, coming into a little bit of damage. Might be able to take out the Servitor, and yeah, thank God these snipers, the Scout Marines haven't been upgraded with snipers, thank God for that. Otherwise, these Helions pretty much would have been screwed as soon as they jumped in there. I mean, 3 of them against Scout Snipers would have been kind of sucked. There we go, finally going for the Homunculus Laboratory. Looks like I just went for 2 early listening posts, interestingly enough. And there we go, Helions going up against the Force Commander. Really should just get him to retreat, or maybe go after the Builder if that's possible. Maybe I killed off the Builder, I don't see him anywhere. Ah, no, never mind. They're still there, and there we go, to get him to retreat, so... doing a bit of damage, I suppose. Do you have actually a Sky Digital Reset coming on with a Chaos Sword with an upgraded Plasma Pistol? I've noticed that quite a few Chaos players do seem to like coming out with a Chaos Sword with a fancy schmancy little Plasma Pistol. And it does lead to rather interesting situations like this one, where he's actually retreating from a Force Commander. But there we go, it does make it that much more useful for taking out troops at close range, especially if you don't have too many other ranged troops. What the hell? There's something attacking here, but he got taken out though, so not too shabby. Nice job by Quirion defending as the Imperial Guard. And speaking of which, let's see, Dark Foundry. There we go. Finally coming out with 2 Reaver jet bikes. No upgrades at the Homunculus Laboratory, which is not too unexpected to say the least. And Mandrakes will be mostly be my go-to unit, along with the where the hell are my Helions? Don't tell me I killed them off already. Got 2 Mandrakes there. Maybe I did. Whoops. Yeah, well. And this listening post, of course, is finally being upgraded. These 2 here have been upgraded, but yeah, this one, of course, not being upgraded just yet, so we can afford to harass a bit. And first Reaver jet bike for myself coming out about that time. And maybe I did. Wow, maybe I did lose the whole squad, which really sucks if I did. Actually, I didn't think I was being that aggressive with them after that initial probe, but yeah, maybe I did lose them. Oh well. In case my Mandrake's coming in to do a bit of damage, probably should be trying to reinforce them. Reaver jetbike's also trying to do a bit of damage as well. The only problem is that these guys are fighting in cover and in melee combat as well, which is going to offer them pretty substantial bonuses, to say the least. We've got friendly Mandrakes coming in and friendly warriors coming in for the opponents. Chaos Sword being forced to retreat as well. There we go, there's a 3rd Reaver jetbike, should be able to provide some damage against those Mandrakes. No, that's not too shabby. And there we go, finally executing the Dark Foundry build there, and also going to go straight for tier 2, and basically as long as I can hold with my Reaver jetbikes, I should hopefully be alright. So I'll just try to harass as much as possible. Interesting thing about the Reaver jetbike, as you can see in the description box, depending on the quality of the video that you're actually watching. As you can see, it can actually uncapture strategic points, so very useful for harassment. Interesting ability to give them, really, but well, whatever. Most of the time you only want them to uncapture stuff anyway, you usually want them to actually be firing. And there we go, that's what they're doing right now. Boom Boom really should be going into heavy cover there, to say less, and there we go. I'm just going to continue decapturing these Reaver jetbikes. I probably should be rotating them a bit, getting this full strength one to decapture the strategic points. Instead, what can you do? Yeah, should be trying to retreat them as well, which I hopefully will be. Back I go, managing to barely keep them alive. It's not too shabby. While I go up to tier 2, we have a Hellion squad coming out as well. And what the hell? Oh, okay, getting a slave chamber out as well, while my Towers of Loathing have been suitably upgraded, except for this one though, funnily enough. And this one has been upgraded, I think, because it's closest to my opponents there, so. There we go, looks like the initial fight has kind of ended in a bit of a stalemate, although I did actually manage to capture critical location, so we should have a slight edge when it comes to income, but yeah, we'll have a look at what everyone's doing. So we got Adam coming in for tier 2, got tier 2 for Saramus, roughly at the same time as me, and let's see, Space Marine squad Boom Boom, sorry, Space Marine player Boom Boom going for tier 2 as well. Quirion, I think he's either, no actually no, he's on a tier 2 because we don't have that little satellite dish on top, but he's staying in tier 1 for the tactical control. Given the amount of guardsmen he has out, I suppose he could do that. Although he'd want to go to tier 2 pretty soon, and the Chaos Space Marine Digital Sky Reset, or whatever the hell his name is going for, oh there we go, going for tier 2, actually he's a tier 2 going for vehicles. Looks like my Hellions, also because they got the Hellion Succubus, actually put the tracking device on the Force Commander, very useful ability, got so many useful things coming out of the Dark Foundry tier 1, but anyway, putting down the little tracking device on the Force Commander, should be able to see what's around them. So Chaos Space Marine is just going to be firing at the Assisting Post of Impunity. And okay, so the opponent can actually see that there is a tracking device on him, so interesting. If we just switch to our perspective, yep, we can see, wow, a pretty big vision area there actually is going to definitely come in handy, to say the least. Just switch back to the Space Marines, I suppose, just the hell of that's, there we go. And yes, this is just taken out, Reaver jetpack's taking a bit of damage, but yeah, it should be alright. Get him to decapture, and knowing exactly where the Force Commander is, not too shabby indeed. But unfortunately I did force my Reaver jetpacks back though. Hellions hopefully will be staying on pace. Looks like I also got the Poison Blade research as well for Mandrakes. Hellions pretty useful, as I don't have any actual ranged troops just yet, just ranged vehicles. And Hellions pretty good as well, because they can just jump in on enemy infantry trying to attack your Reaver jetbikes, and yeah, just try to destroy them that way. Hellfire Dreadnought coming in is going to be a bit more of a pain in the ass, to say the least. Is going to get my my Mandrakes to run around a bit. I should be retreating these jetbikes as quickly as possible. We do actually have a Predator coming in for Sky Digital though, so I should be able to tip the scales in our favour, but I think I did lose one of my Reaver jetbikes. My Hellions really need to get them the hell out of there. I think I did actually lose all of them. I'm actually interesting. Still continuing to come with the Reaver jetbikes, and ouch, to get them the hell out of there though. Hungry though, House Predator should be able to provide a bit of damage there. Got a second, interesting. Actually got a second Hellfire Dreadnought coming in, and my Reaver jetbikes managing to come back on pace. Whole blood being built. Do have a Raider coming in, so for a bit of anti-vehicle oomph, as it were, and yeah, basically ports. Looks like the middle is probably going to be lost to our opponents, which kind of sucks. It's Hellfire Dreadnoughts, and looks like we got, I think we had Space Marines as well being upgraded with heavy bolters, just driving back my Reaver jetbikes, which kind of sucks. But Raiders though, if I can get them to jump straight on top of the Space Marines. Not bad, again to jump straight on top of the Space Marine, should be able to do quite a bit of damage. This is an interesting little battle. Raider versus Hellfire Dreadnought. I think they can probably, my Raider should be able to take him out one-on-one. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Oh, this Scourge, of course, being upgraded with Dark Lances, which kind of sucks, but well, what can you do? Yeah, being forced to retreat there, and still managing to hold on to the middle though, funny enough. So there we go, finally getting some more regular troops out. So we have the Warriors with the Mortalis presumably going to be attached to them, or maybe to the Mandrakes. Okay, to the Mandrakes it seems. I'm getting the infiltration research, which probably means I should be getting the Mortalis going to say should be attached to the warriors, which of course is what I'm doing there. Repairing the other two Reaver jet bikes, and no more vehicles coming in just yet, which kind of sucks. But and of course, as I'm upgrading stealth for my guys, do have a bloody skull probe coming in, so they'll be able to spot them anyway. But oh well, what the hell. Second squad of mandrakes, their stealth is going to be negated, but oh well, what can you do? And yeah, mostly just guys hanging back really. Let's see, are they actually going to do anything? I don't know. Adam does have a couple of raiders, a couple of rather nasty things of his own though. And he also going up for his own Dark Foundry finally as well, and whoops! Okay then, there we go. Finally going to be starting the attack. My mandrake's coming in, actually there we go, because, oh interesting. So I don't actually have too much in terms of detection. Here we go, finally my mandrake's getting detected there by something or other. I think by skull probe, I'm not entirely sure, but thankfully we do have a nice little fire base being established by these chaos predators. Unfortunately they are going to come under fire by these mandrakes, which kind of sucks. My scourges coming into a bit of damage, getting into melee combat there just for a second there. Thankfully we managed to ward off the mandrakes just barely though, which is just as well actually, as my guys are basically engaged in close combat. I must have freaking set them to move rather than attack move or something like that. One of my Reaver jetbikes getting taken out, and that thing's just going to get taken out. I think it did manage to demoralise some troops there, but yeah, now that these Space Marines have been upgraded with listening, with heavy bolters and missile launchers, we're able to basically spell the end of my vehicles for the time being, at least until I can get Hellions and such to jump in and take them out. But oh, what can you do? We're still doing a good job taking out the troops around the middle, but this Space Marine force coming in from the northeast is really going to be quite a pain in the ass for us to deal with. I think the Chaos Predators have either retreated or they've been destroyed. One's retreated, presumably the second one is destroyed. And bloody Hellfire Dreadnoughts, they're going to be sitting in this nice little crater which does provide heavy cover, I believe, to walking vehicles, which is what the Hellfire Dreadnought is. So, nice little fire position for them to say the least. And it should be interesting to see what will happen. We do have a tier 3 for a Space Marine Commander here. This is, oh god, another graphical glitch, of course, gotta love that. Looks like I'll be staying at tier 2, going for Witches. My force is pretty much pin decimated, which kind of sucks, and yep, we do have our points getting decaptured. Also got Loyalist Predators, 2 Loyalist Predators actually getting freaking built, as well as the elite troops coming in to blast the crap out of us. So this should be one hell of an interesting battle, to say the least. Skylist is at tier 3 himself. He does have the possessed Chaos Space Marines with the attached Chaos Lord. I don't think he has. Nope, he doesn't. Or maybe he does have close combat upgrade for the commanders. I'm not too sure. In any case, Quirion, has Quirion actually done anything? I mean, he seems to push out early on, but I don't recall him actually sending out his guardsmen or anything like that. But if he doesn't help us, we're going to be completely screwed, because really we can't take them on 2 versus 3 like this. In any case, Talos coming in as well, and not much else. Getting splinter cannons for leadership units, and hopefully Crooks will do something. There we go, he's at least defending his own domain. Got on a friendly Talos, enemy Talos trying to do bits of damage as well, and don't tell me this guy's still at tier 2, or tier 1 should I say. No, thankfully he's at tier 2, thank god for that. Getting a mechanized command in, and there we go. The attack will begin. So, oh my god, of course getting demoralized. Just saying that. In any case, yeah, the attack will begin. We'll see what happens. Mandrake's coming in, Talos coming in. It unfortunately does not count as a walking vehicle, which really sucks, but oh well, which is coming in any case, as well as Archons. Guys, supports here, and there we go. Hopefully should be able to take out these guys, or at least stop them from firing from within cover. Also, Crystal Malediction will be able to be used in the Space Marine squad. Very nicely done if we do so. The rest of these guys are just going to be remaining out of there, taking out the Dreadnoughts and all that, and well, we might actually be able to make a comeback, although we do have another freaking Predator being deployed, and those things are a pain in the ass. The Demon Prince coming in for Sky Digital though, as well as Chaos Space Marines, Possessed Space Marines doing quite a bit of damage as well, so interesting little turnaround if I do say so. Most of my troops in the middle, unfortunately, getting taken out there, except for the Archon squad. And it looks like my Witches all getting taken out. Scourge just trying to do whatever they can. Mostly just going for the Space Marines, really should be sending them out to the Predators, and really should be shooting my Archons as well. But what do you know, we actually do have Obliterators coming in. They're going to be obliterating Boom Boom's base along with the Demon Prince. Oh my god, we even got a Bloodthirst coming in. Just going to be sheer pandemonium in his bases, in Boom Boom's base, although the Bloodthirst really should be attacking something as he loses his health if he's not in combat. So he only gains health if he's in melee combat with infantry, but he doesn't lose health if he's in melee combat with vehicles and buildings, so Given the amount of damage he does to buildings, it can be pretty useful tearing down structures, but unfortunately we do have Grey Knights coming in, very effective against Demon Prince and Bloodthirst, although funny enough they're not actually very good against Possessed Squad because they have elite heavy infantry armor on rather than demonic armor, which is kind of funny to say the least. But there we go, they actually managed to thwart the Grey Knights, funnily enough, and more Talos, or just one Talos coming in from myself. Also the Scourge is coming in to try and do a bit of damage to this Predator. Hopefully Talos along with the Mandrake should be able to provide ample cover while my Scourges go to town on this Predator, hopefully take it out, managing to... what the hell, these Space Marines are still here, really? Incredible. In any case, we do have Boom Boo's base slowly getting destroyed, thankfully. So at least he'll be taken out, thank God, and unfortunately it does look like the Imperial Guardsmen versus Assault Terminators, that's something I see so often. But in any case, Kroon unfortunately is getting decimated as well. Thankfully I think I did manage to take out that Predator. And just do we have the tracks? Okay, no, the tracks look alright now, so interesting. In any case, Boommaster getting kicked out, thankfully. Kroon is probably going to get kicked out as well. We're going to be seeing a bit of a base trade scenario there. My guy is retreating out of there as quickly as possible on my... well, there's a tank priest, no wonder. Yeah, guys, trying to do a bit of damage there. Kroon, unfortunately, his base is going to get taken out as well, but we do have a very strong demonic force there. They going to need to be careful though, but especially the Predator, maybe see if they can keep that in the fray. Probably not, but in any case, this Predator will get taken out, thankfully. Bam, down it goes. Tracks and turrets and all that all over the place. Middle's getting taken out as well. My Talos continues to damage. My Mandrakes will continue to damage. It looks like my Witches, I don't know if it was a squad that I sent in before or not, but they should be able to all take out the Grey Knights with ease. Grey Knights really out of their element, is not dealing with any demonic use or anything like that. In fact, I'm not really sure why they're being sent out by Soramus at all, but oh well. Witches also shouldn't do too badly against Assault Terminators, provided they have some sort of help, such as combat drugs, I suppose. Torch Ramp isn't too bad, along with the attached Homunculus, but now they're just going to be retreating, which kind of sucks. We've even got a bloody Sky Tower coming in, not bad. And look at this, it actually looks like Kroon is not actually out just yet. He's presumably built, okay, yep, he built an infantry command here. Does have Tech Press engines here as well, so he could potentially build a HQ and try to get back into the fray here. Probably won't be able to. It's funny, these Assault Terminators, they're basically running around my Mandrakes, but not actually attacking them at all because they're cloaked. I mean, you'd think bloody melee units, if you have to run around something that's invisible, you'd think you could at least take a mad swipe at it and try to take them out, but unless, that's not how the game works. A bit of a, I'm not really sure if I agree with that sort of stealth mechanic. But in any case, these Terminators doing a hell of a job actually surviving though. The only problem is that they're regular Terminators, they're going to be really bad in close combat, and my Scourges also are jumping out of there as well. These Terminators looks like they've been poisoned quite a bit with the poison blades ability, poison blade research for the Witches and all that. Too shabby, and we do have friendly Talos being a pain in the ass. Is that? Oh, there's my Scourges just jumping back to try to do a bit of damage to this Talos. Bam, should be able to take it out. And in the meantime, we do have Obliterators, Possessed Count Space Marines, and the Bloodthirst are just standing around not doing anything. But yeah, we do have other troops basically taking out the enemy base here, although the Bloodthirst are there, we go finally getting stuck into Adam's base. Now Sedana, interestingly enough, yeah, the Bloodthirst, he's really incredible against enemy buildings, especially against the enemy HQ buildings. Just does immense damage to them. He doesn't gain health from doing so, but he does pretty good damage. He can be pretty good as a base buster. And in any case, there we go. We're slowly taking out enemies' buildings. Very nicely done by my team, myself, if I do say so. Saruman's, funnily enough, actually could have done a better job going with Scout Marines or Snipers at the start. But what can you do? My vehicle push at the beginning did quite a bit of damage. Although as you can see, I really needed to be a bit more careful with my Hellions. But what can you do? Okay, Scourges basically coming in, and there we go, she's doing a good job microing my Scourges around as well, so getting them to shoot target opportunity rather than just letting them shoot, you know, whatever. So getting them to shoot the Predator first, which funnily enough has actually been upgraded with all las cannons. To Shambi, although, oh my god, we've got the Land Raider, and looks like it's got the Machine Spirit ability activated as well, which it's actually in the lore, or fluff as they call it. Machine Spirit ability is basically just meant to allow vehicles to as an ability, it's just meant to allow them to pilot themselves for short periods of time. But yeah, in this game it basically just reduces the amount of damage, range damage I believe, that they take, and also slows them down a bit. So overall it's a nice game though. And my god, this Physical Space Marine just coming in to tear the crap out of these Assault Terminators. Assault Terminators, in my opinion, a bit more better suited, oh nice torch but a bit better suited to taking down either single big targets or just small numbers of targets, because they're little storm hammers. They have a certain percentage chance to stun targets, and if you have them all attacking one target, then they're usually just going to keep stunning the crap out of the target. And there we go, to have another Predator coming in and being upgraded with just one twin-link las cannon, a more common thing that you usually see for Predators. And unfortunately though, the Demon, the Bloodthirster is going to get taken out, and no sinker kills though, that kind of sucks. Oh well, yes, down he goes. Land Raider's going to follow suit. Anyway, got masses of Space Marines coming in. What the hell is going on here? He's sending them basically into melee. We've still got Dreadnoughts and all that, they could take them out even though it's pretty low health. Luckily my Scourge is staying behind at the very least. Also got a little random orbital bombardment ability being called down by the Force Commander. Not really doing too much damage though. All the forces just basically surging forward. Okay, maybe that's why they're surging forward, actually, because that ability being called down. In any case, that Dreadnought should be getting killed off pretty easily, and yeah, it's just going to be an all-out brawl in Sarama's base. Funny enough, he's actually going to be the last man standing. Although Adam is also standing as well. He's upgraded all of his slave chambers with, I believe, the gruesome display ability, so you can use them to project like a little psychic shockwave that deals damage to infantry units. I don't think it actually does damage to vehicles. No, I might be mistaken, but I don't think it does that. Interesting little ability to have on it. And look at that, looks rather disgusting with skeletons and flies as well, so nasty indeed. Chaos Lord is... what the hell is it? Oh, okay, he's turning into a Demon Prince. And yeah, that's been an interesting little round indeed. Quite a bit of back and forth action, to say the least. And yeah, even Quiron managing to do a bit of damage, even though he was essentially wiped from the game. But oh well, what can you do? That's through use of combined arms, and yeah, thankfully my allies helping me out, since I had a bit of a, well, it was a bit of a loss, at a loss when it came to infantry power early on in the game. Thankfully my allies managing to more or less make up for that, so not too shabby. I kind of wish Quiron did a bit more. It seemed that his guardsmen mostly sticking near his base for most of the game, but what the hell, I mean, he did eventually defend it somewhat. And Sky Digital, in my opinion, yeah, he's he did a really hell of a job for our team coming in and destroying the enemy base on the western flank there. Very nicely done. And there we go, that's the last enemy base annihilated. So I actually played to the last man, not too shabby indeed. We've got a couple of sound effects still lingering on because of the... okay, never mind, no longer lingering. Interesting. Well, there you go. That's the game on the Mortalis map. Until next time, rather, good game to our opponents. Until next time, this has been Dame to David, signing off.